The USC women's volleyball team is gearing up for their first conference road trip. But before they leave USC, I'm joined by senior middle blocker Elise Ruddins. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So the volleyball team started off 0-2 in conference play. What is the team's mindset right now? How are you going to fix those losses?
Well, we're still kind of trying to put together our team, like different pieces together. We have a few people out, so we're kind of trying to see how we're going to play without them right now. And we also, a really big thing for our team is staying in rhythm. Volleyball is all about rhythm. So, Mick emphasizes always talking with our setters and always talking with our passers to make sure we're all on the same page. So I think that's a really big deal for our team, especially for this weekend. Also, just making sure we get a good pass, and then our setters taking care of the ball, and then, of course, the hitters finishing the play.
And finding that rhythm, was that hard because you lost one of the starting setters, Bailey Johnson? Was that hard finding that rhythm of a new setter working into the mix?
I wouldn't say it was hard. I mean, we have 3 really great setters, and we work on the rhythm a lot during practice. We'll kind of have breakout groups and have our setters work with all of the hitters, which is really awesome. I don't think a lot of teams can do that, and I think it's really cool for us to be able to really use all of our pieces, especially during practice. So, I mean, we're definitely a new team, but we've been making the most of it, I think, so far.
Mm-hmm. You go on the road, 2 tough opponents on the road. How are you guys preparing for that?
Yeah, we play Colorado on Friday, and then get on a flight Saturday, play Utah Saturday. So I think, like, for us, just making sure that we, know their players, stay on top of our preparation, which is really important. Having good practices this week. We already had 2 really great practices, so that was really good. And yeah, just kind of staying on top of everything, making sure we have all the little pieces kind of together. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for you personally, you're kind of like the utility person. Well, you're a middle blocker right now, but you weren't always a middle blocker. What's that like, transitioning the positions you played over the years at USC?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was really fun getting to play all the positions, kind of getting a taste of each. So freshman year, I started out as a right side, an opposite. And then sophomore year, I had to pass, which was really crazy. It was really fun, though. And I played outside hitter, which is very different from right side. And then last year, I made the switch to middle blocker, which is just a totally different position. But I mean, it's definitely been my favorite so far. I like how fast-paced it is.
How do you think you've been able to handle so many position changes?
I mean, for me, it's each position is a new challenge, and you kind of just have to take it as it is, and however I can help my team out is kind of like, I don't know, that's how I feel like that's been my job, is kind of wherever the coach needs me, like, that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to try to get out on the court and help my team out.
Mm-hmm. And you're not the only Trojan in your family. Your aunt actually she was a setter on the team earlier. What's that like, carrying on that Trojan legacy?
Yeah, it's really fun. Actually, before every game, we have like the All-Americans kind of in the hallway before we run out of our tunnel. And her picture's up there. So every game I go and I tap her picture, like, for good luck. And I mean, she's been definitely an inspiration to me and my sisters, and I mean, our whole family, I think. And she'll send me a little good luck texts, and she'll come to our games and support. So, I mean, it's definitely been an honor to be able to, like, carry on the Ruddins name to SC.
That's so cool. And we actually found out before this interview, we actually played each other in volleyball in high school. But how would you say, as a player, you've improved from high school till now? What's the growth been like?
I mean, it's totally different. College volleyball is a totally different monster. And I mean, the coaches here have been so incredible. I mean, like I said before, like, I switched positions, and that could have been a lot harder than it was. And, the coaches were there, like, giving me all this insight and really helping me kind of go through that transition. And I mean, they're working their butts off. Like, we're trying our best to, kind of listen to what they're saying and apply that. And I think that's been, like, a huge help, like, having really, like, supportive coaches, definitely. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you.
You can catch Elise and the rest of the women in Troy Friday in Boulder against Colorado at 7.